Expectations. Let's stop right there for a moment. Expectations, it's a really bad thing if you have it in you, if you are expecting help from friends, family, business partners, associates, employees. Expectation, it's a really bad thing, guys, and you need to get rid of it immediately. No one owes you anything. No one. No one owes you anything. You are the only person that you owe yourself, all right, when you are building your startup. No one owes you anything. You should stop having expectations. Expectation from friends to help me out. Expectation from my girlfriend or from my boyfriend to help me out. Expectation from my spouse. Expectation from my friends. Expectations from investors. Expectations from VCs. Expectations from employees. Expectations from business partners, whatever. It's not, no one, guys, you need to get that in your brain. No one owes you anything. And you should not have expectations on anything. You are on your own. You gotta get that right. When you start a business, when you start something from scratch, no one wants you successful. It's number one. All right. You might have some people around you, like your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whatever, your wife, things like that, or maybe not even. But it might be a really small circle. Few people they might actually want you to success. All right. They want you to succeed. So um, no one owes you anything. And as a matter of fact, there are lots of people that they don't want you to succeed. There are all those, people around that they got the jealousy inside them. And yes, we are human. People that are jealous on other people's success. All right. This is something in the nature, and it's been around, and it's going to be around, and it will be always. It's going to be always there, and there will be people within your organization, within your team, within your networking, that they might act as they want you to succeed, but actually they're jealous because it's gonna give them this insecurity feeling that, hey, he did it, but I didn't do it. So people, they would love for someone to start a business and they fail, and then they would feel good about it, that, hey, you see, so it's not that easy. Hey, you see, it's not for everyone. So you see, I did good that I didn't try. You see, I did good that I didn't lose my money, lose my time. So I'm comfortable. So basically they don't want to get out of their comfort zone, right? They're happy with their 9 to 5 job or with whatever they're doing. And people, they're afraid of change. People, they are afraid of change. People, they are afraid of getting out of their comfort zone and try something new, try for something bigger. All right. So they prefer to stay in their comfort zone, and whoever else within their network in their own level, if let's say like you are working in a company 9 to 5, and the guy or the lady next to you, like next desk. So you both have the same position, same salary, and stuff like that. And maybe now you want to try something new. Maybe you want to try a pod. Maybe you want to try a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to try selling something online or starting a startup or whatever. So those people that they are in your level, in your category, they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to become successful because it's gonna make them feel like shit, that, hey, someone did it, someone just like me did it without any funding or coming from a rich family or stuff like that, but I didn't do it. So you will have lots of people during the journey that they're gonna be jealous at you, and no matter what, they want you to fail, or they might give you wrong consultation or stupid advices, stuff like that, that you shouldn't listen to them. You should absolutely ignore those people. even if it's your dad or your mom or your brother or your sister or your wife or your husband, your kid, whatever, right? You gotta do what you believe is the right thing. And at the end, guess what? If it turns out, um, I don't want to use the word failure, because even if you start something and you don't meet the expectations of yourself, you don't meet your goals, it doesn't achieve what you were waiting for, still it's not a failure, guys. In the founder journey, in the startup journey, there is nothing such a there is nothing called failure. All right? Even if you think it's a failure, it's it makes you more strong. It teaches you more stuff. So there is no failure. I mean, look at all these, inventors and like people like Nikola Tesla or Elon Musk and stuff like that, right? Look how many different stuff they tried until they get the right thing. So if you want to talk about failure, Elon Musk had to give up like, I don't know, long time ago. Jeff Bezos had to give up long time ago. Airbnb, Uber, DoorDash, Netflix, all of them. They had to give up long time ago. All these founders and mentors that you listen to their pods, you follow their YouTube channels and stuff like that. All of them, they had to give up long time ago, because you never succeed with your first or second or third or 10 or 100th attempt, right? You need to get down, get up, and it's like a roller coaster. So there is not such a word as failure within the entrepreneur community or the entrepreneurial journey. There's not such a thing. So there's no failure. You always learn, you always level up, you always double knowledge yourself and try to get better. And every time that you think you failed, you actually learn something, not to do it the other time or next time to do it in a better way. So in 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 short term, you might think, "Oh, I failed." But after a few time, in mid long term, when you turn back and you look, you are like, "No, actually, that wasn't a failure, because that supposedly failure got me into this point. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't make that mistake." So mistakes are good, but if we learn from them, if they just keep happening and we don't learn from them, yeah, of course, it's disaster. You just keep doing the same, you know, mistake over and over again, and you never get a lesson from it, and I mean, you're gonna run out of the business, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna shut down or whatever. So if you don't learn from your mistakes, right? So again, expectations, it's a bad thing. You should get rid of it, guys. You will never get anywhere if you have expectations from someone, all right? I'll give you some simple examples. Like, maybe you have a pet, maybe you have a dog, and you're busy now and you're expecting one of your family members or your friend to take out the dog for a walk. That's expectations. No, no one owes you anything. You got the dog, it's your dog, take care of it. You have the baby, you made kid, take care of it. Do not have expectations from your parents or your family members or your aunt or uncle or friends, whatever, to you know make some babysitting for you, for your kid. I don't know, your car is broken, but you are busy, you are at work, and you're expecting someone to fix it for you. You're running out of money in your startup, you are expecting, I don't know, the government to give you some kind of loans. No, why the fuck they should give you some kind of loans? Because most probably you're going to lose that money, and then you cannot even give it back to them, and they're gonna come confiscated your house or something, or whatever you got, or IRS is going to be behind your ass, like looking for you everywhere. So actually, they're doing a favor to you. I know at the same time, when you feel miserable, when you have no cash in your bank account, when you cannot pay your rent, your bills, your tools, if you have any employees and stuff like that, and you have expectations from your friends to borrow you some money, from family members, from whoever, from the I don't know, from the angels, skies, gods, to give you some sort of miracles, and some money just drop from middle of nowhere. Angel investors, VCs, you're going to reach out to them. Of course, they're going to reject you, right? Listen to all these big founders, number one founders stories. They all got rejected for like thousands of times until they raise money. So it's not easy task. Yeah, of course there are lots of money in the market, guys. Money raising is actually super easy, but not easy at the same time. So let me define that, right? There's lots of money in the world, like you can imagine, unlimited amount of money. And you see here and there, like maybe you watch, I don't know, Shark Tank or Dragon Den, or you know you follow some news, and you can see the amount of the money that investors are just dumping into stupid shit, that 9 out of 10 is gonna go bankrupt, or they're gonna shut down and they're not becoming successful. And then you're going to be wondering, oh my God, yeah. Oh, I mean, when you go somewhere to pitch, you're gonna get the rejection. You're not gonna get the money, and then you might, you know, feel miserable. You're gonna feel offended, and then I mean, it's a really stupid move. Even go through argue with investors or VCs, or try to leave the meeting with a bad impression just because they didn't invest on you, or didn't believe in you or your idea or whatever. And you want to leave that meeting with a bad impression. They don't owe you, guys. It's their money. They don't owe you anything, just because you are working hard, just because you gave up on everything, just because you are living at your office, you're sleeping under your desk, whatever. They don't care. They see numbers. They don't care who you are. They don't care how hard you try. They don't care where you come from. They want to see numbers. Numbers. Show me numbers. Show me your traction. Now, even if you are Jesus, all right, but you don't have any traction as an investor, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Even if God sends you, even if you are the next Elon Musk, right? I want to see numbers, because I want to give you my money. So I have seen some. I mean, even I was like that. Like early days, when you go here and there, and you talk to some people, and you share your idea, or you want to raise money, but they don't believe in your idea. You feel offended, and you feel bad about yourself, and or you feel they are making fun of you or anything like that. But guys, that's a really stupid move. Do not let your emotion to play the role in your fundraising process. Do not let that happen. You gotta be always calm. You're going to get so many rejections, like thousands of rejections, until you raise money, right? So never leave the meetings with a bad impression, or just someone is like rejecting you, so you leave that with a bad behavior, or things like that. Because world is so small. At some point, sometime, you're going to meet that person. So even if they reject you, try to use that rejection as extra power, to empower yourself. So to work even harder and smarter, to get to the point that you want to get. So next time when you go to that person can regret, or that person will be like, oh wow, I was right. Now I'm ready to invest on you. Let's talk numbers. Show me your traction. Show me what you did during this period. I was mistaken about you. Personally, any rejections I got, no matter if it was from fundraising, or I wanted to give some stock options to some talents to get them to my team, or you name it. I never got. I mean, at early days, when I didn't have my. I mean, of course, I'm a different person now if you compare it to like 5 6 years ago, right? So early days, I was getting like offended, and I was getting sad and stuff like that. But then I was like using that as a leverage to empower myself, to work harder, smarter, so I can get to my goals faster, reaching to my milestones, and the same person get back to me or see me on some kind of, you know, news or magazines or medias, or using my product, and they come back to me and they're like, hey, let's talk again. And then the ball was in my field, in my hand. I could be the one that, set the rules and stuff like that. So all that being said, we go back to expectation. Guys, expectation is not a good thing. No one owes you anything, and you should get rid of it. No one owes you to no one owes you to help you. No one owes you to take care of you. No one owes you to bring you food. No one owes you to call you out. No one owes you to invite you somewhere. No one owes you to like give you money or loan or investment or work for you for free or things like that. No one owes you anything, guys. Even in a, let's forget about business for a moment. Even in a normal life with your friends, with your family, no one owes you anything, guys. I have seen these people that, let's say, like, you are a company of like, I don't know, four, five, six friends, or maybe you have only one friend, right? And you're always hanging out together, like doing everything together and stuff like that. And now your friend, he just met someone else, right? A couple of days ago or last week or whatever. And he wants to go out with that person, and he doesn't call you. When you find out, you get sad. Why? I mean, you want to break up with that guy. That, oh yeah, I thought you're my friend, but as soon as you found someone else, you bailed on me and you went out with him. I have seen so many cases like that, and I'm just laughing to that. Stupid. Having expectation like, yo, maybe he didn't want to call you out. Maybe he didn't want you to call you to his house. Maybe he wanted to watch that movie alone. Maybe he wanted to go to, I don't know, McDonald's alone. Maybe he didn't want to take you with him. So that's what I mean. Stop having expectation. When you stop having expectations from everything and everybody, then you can see how life is more comfortable, beautiful, sweet, and how happy you are from yourself. Because the moment that you are expecting favors from other people, the moment that you have expectations in any kind of thing, right? Even let's say you're doing a movement, like you're changing your house, and you're expecting your friends. It's summer, it's hot, or it's winter, it's cold, whatever. You're expecting your friends to come and help you, right? And maybe they don't want to come for any kind of reason. Maybe they're lazy. Maybe, I don't know, they want to watch a football game, soccer game, or whatever, right? But in your mind, oh yeah, this motherfucker, I thought he's my friend. He didn't come to help me. He didn't come to like give me a lift. He didn't come to. That's when you start not having friends. That's when you start being isolated. That's when you start not, having a bad relation with people, and and things like, yeah, fuck people. Like, I love animals and stuff like that, right? People are really like, um, challengeable creatures. So someone might laugh now, next minute he might be angry, and then he might cry, and then while he's crying, he might turn it into laughing and stuff like that. So you cannot expect people just because on your favor you need something, and right in that moment, or maybe you want to go somewhere on a date, hey, can I borrow your car? No, motherfucker, you cannot borrow my car, or borrow my jacket or suit or shoes or whatever, my watch, right? If I want, I'll give it to you. But if I don't want, I don't give it to you. If you are that kind of friends that you want to judge me based on that, just because I didn't give you my car, I'm not a good friend, it's actually better not to hang out with you, because you're sick in brain, right? Expectations, guys. Expectation is not a good thing. Try it. Next time when you need something, when you need help, maybe you need money, maybe you need food, maybe you need clothes, maybe you need, I don't know, whatever. Maybe you are going somewhere to a foreign city or country and you know someone there, and you are expecting them to invite you to their house so you don't pay for hotel, and then that's not gonna happen, and then you're going, oh yeah, that motherfucker, yeah, I went to his city, but I was staying at the hotel, and there would be some losers around you. Oh really, you went there and he didn't call you to his house, and you were staying at the hotel, oh, our Airbnb, oh yeah, oh for real, oh dude, don't talk to that guy anymore. Dude, you don't know what the other person is going through. Maybe he didn't feel comfortable for you to show up to his house. Maybe he's living with his girlfriend or wife or kids or parents. Maybe he's living alone, but still he didn't want you to his house because his house was so dirty and messy that he felt shy. Maybe other way around. Maybe the guy is so clean that he didn't. He just don't want people that's coming with dirty shoes or pants just crashing on his couch, stuff like that. Or maybe it's none of those kind of reasons. Maybe simply he wants to stay alone. So expectation is really bad. Trust me, I cannot stress that enough. And try it. When you stop having expectations from people, from friends, family, business partners, whatever, investors, then you can see how happy you will become and how more powerful you will become. Because now, next time, when you need to solve your problems, you know that you are all alone and you have to deal with it. So the moment that you are not expecting a fairy tale to just bring you some sort of money or help or whatever, and you're all alone on your own, then you start becoming creative. Then you start becoming smart. Then you start finding the solutions and solving the things on your own. And then you can understand, hey, how more powerful you are, that you don't need anybody to solving your issues. And you can come up with solutions. And you will be so resourceful inside that at some point you don't need anybody for anything. You are like, hey, if I have a business or technical or whatever question, marketing, anything, you know, there's Google, there's ChatGPT, there's Gemini. I can watch it on YouTube. There's so many things about it, right? I can see like my friends, like they ask questions about marketing, they ask questions about sales, about finance, about startups, stuff like that. And I'm like, guys, why do you ask me? Just fucking Google it or go to YouTube and see a few videos and judge it yourself. Because what about what I'm going? I'll tell you my, if you want my opinion, if you want to hear out my experiment, I'll share it with you. But don't take it for granted. Because what worked out for me is not gonna work out for you, or maybe yes, maybe not. Who knows? And I don't want to just give you a misdirection or false information just because I believe that that's wrong and or that's the right thing. So I'm gonna tell that to you, and you're gonna apply that to your business. And next time, if it doesn't work out for you, then I'll be the bad guy. Oh yeah, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's talking about, and he told me to do this, and I did it, and I actually lost money or clients or users or shut down or whatever. That's why I'm telling you, anything you are doing, like you gotta hear everyone, you gotta read as much as possible. There are so many like great mentors online for free. You can watch their YouTube channels, their videos, you can attend their live webinars. It's for free Q&A sessions, and read so many books, articles, mediums, and all that. But don't take it for granted. At the end of the day, at the end of the night, you gotta be like, hey, Ali Kavusi said that. Gary Vee was telling the other way. Alex Hormozy, Layla, whatever. You know, I went through some articles. I read some book and all that. Watch movies, podcasts, and now you are in charge to take decisions for yourself, for your business, for your workflow. Not just because I told you that or Gary tells you that, or Alex, or you read some books. So that's what I'm saying. Expectation, that's again kind of expectations. If you just, let's say, following, if you have a mentor, if you are reading books and articles, and you just implement something that someone tells you, it's kind of expectation, still expectation, because you are expecting that implementation to work out for you, just because Gary Vee told you, just because Alex Hormozy told you, just because, let's say, you have a marketing need, and then you are listening to Russell, or Neil Patel, or Eric Sue, and so you're having expectations. The moment that is not your thing, you're having expectation that, hey, Neil Patel told me to do that. He's one of the greatest marketers all time. So I did it. It turned out it didn't work for me. Oh, fuck this guy. I mean, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Let me leave some bad reviews and comments for him. No, he's telling you stuff that worked out for him, or worked out for many other businesses that they are in cooperation with them and they're doing their marketing needs, right? Maybe it doesn't work out for you, for the region you are in, for the culture you are dealing with, and for the people you are selling into. So don't just listen with blind eyes and then implement it, and then having expectations that because Neil told me it's going to work and I'm going to make lots of money, and at the end, oh yeah, I actually lost money. And expectations, right? Again, expectations. Do not have expectations from anything and anybody, no matter what. The only person that you can have expectations from, it's you. That's the only person that you can have expectations. That's the only person that you need to challenge. That's the only person that every day you need to wake up and try to be a better self, a better version of yourself, not anybody else, right? And many times in the startup journey, um, you know, earliest stage, day one, you need to see things. At some point, you need to pause and see things from outside of the window, right? So imagine you are working, I mean, you have maybe you have a co-founder or not, maybe you have a couple of employees or not, maybe you're all alone, right? So stop for a moment, like separate your soul from your body and try to watch the things from outside of the window, right? And see what else would you do in that moment if you are doing the right thing or not, if this decision is correct or not, if you took this decision just out of emotion or temper or anger, and if you would sleep over it for one night, what other decisions you would have made, right? So that's a really powerful thing that not so many people are doing it. Just whatever you are doing, let's say once a week, maybe once a day, or maybe during at the work when your office is busy and all that. So maybe you stop and believe as you are a ghost. Just walk around. Imagine yourself, like go out of your office and imagine you are behind the desk and working. And then look around. Just imagine nobody sees you, nobody recognizes you. You are absolutely ghost, right? You are a ghost and that's it. So just walk around and see what else you would have done that you are not doing it at this time, or how different you would approach the problems, the issues, whatever, that you are not doing it at this time, right? And that will help you a lot. Why? Let me give you an example in here. Sometimes, let me give you an example actually with your employees. Okay, it happens to me a lot. So maybe an employee comes ask you for a favor or for a raise, or they have a question, or they fuck up in something that actually cause you um, churn rate, or I mean a higher churn rate, or to lose a client or revenue or a bad reputation or a bad review or a 1 star rate on the App Store or Play Store, right? So You act, you respond, all that done. But if you get away from your body like a ghost, right? And you see yourself right in front of your eyes, you're on the right side, that person is on your left side. And now you can control the situations much better. Now you are like a third person watching the things from outside, like from behind the window. Imagine like window shopping, you watch the things like that. So imagine you just, touch the glass and you're like seeing what's going on. And now you can decide better. Now you can control the situation much better. Now you can be like, oh, why the fuck did I say that? I had to say the other way. Why the fuck did I fire him? Instead, I had to talk to him. Why the fuck did I give him a raise? I fall for his emotion. I fall because he explained me his life story and the difficulties he's going through right now. Why did I give him a raise? He didn't deserve a raise. And what about me? The company is not profitable. The company doesn't make money. You are going through difficulties. We are a startup. You're day one. You don't know what's going to happen at the end of the month. And I just gave raise to this guy just because he told me, oh, I changed the house and, I don't know. And why the fuck you change the house? You just change your house. You went to the expensive area, a better house, or I don't know. You got a new car, and now you remembered. Oh, let me go to the company and get some raise. And sometimes you do some decisions out of your willing that you don't want to make those decisions, and that's a really dangerous move to do, guys. No matter what you do, anything that you do, it has to be within your favor, within your willing, and you wanted to take that decision, not just because someone else made you to do that. This is in life, in business, in any other kind of scenarios. All right? I'll tell you what, employee comes, ask for a raise. You don't want to give them raise for 1,000 reasons. All right? But you do at the end, just because they have the charisma, just because they have the storytelling, just because they have this sales thing inside them. And actually, they did it. Now you did it, it's gone, whatever. The day after you wake up, you're like, why the fuck did I do that? And so that is going to be always inside you. You are going to be always mad at yourself because you did something that you didn't want to do. You just did it because of them. I'll give you another example. You don't want to go to cinema today and your friend is pushing you. Oh no, please let's go. The new Captain America is out. Let's and you don't want. You wanna, stay with your family, you wanna stay with your girl, with your wife, you wanna, chill, whatever, just you and your dog in the house, you wanna watch a movie, relax your brain and tomorrow wake up, work out and start working on whatever plan you have. So because your friend is just, pushing you, oh, come on, let's go do it for me. You're like, fuck it, okay, I'm gonna do it for you, right? So that's a really wrong move that you don't even realize it, how it can hurt you in the future. Because you didn't want to go to cinema and you went there because of your friend, just for him to not be alone. All right? So you did him a favor. Now, next time you want to go to cinema, but your friend simply is not coming with you for his own reasons. Then you start being mad at yourself. Then you start being like, oh, see, that motherfucker, when he needed me, I was there. I went to the cinema with him, or, I went out with him. I helped him, blah, blah, blah. Now it's my turn. He doesn't do it for me. I have seen, especially like in young generations, there are friends that they lose each other, they break up with each other, like so simple, just because of like stuff like that. That you do something for someone that you don't want to do, but at the end you're doing it, right? And when it comes the time that you might need something, they don't give it to you, and then you're gonna kick yourself. You're gonna like hit yourself to the wall. Like, why the fuck I did it? Oh, this motherfucker is not a real friend. When it was his turn, I gave him, but now It doesn't come out with me just because I want to. So when you do something, you gotta do it because you want to do it. If you are going to the cinema with that friend, not because of him, because you want to do it, because you want to help him, because you want to support him, not because he needs you or he doesn't have other friends. If he would have other friends, he wouldn't call you. He would go to the other with other friends to cinema. Or the moment that you would say, "I'm not coming," he would be like, "Okay, fine, see you tomorrow." Call someone else. You want to come? Okay, let's go. Right? So you always have to do what you want to do, even if you're helping someone, even if you're doing a favor for someone else. Again, you are doing that because you want to do it, because you want to help, because you want to support. And next time that they're not gonna help you, they're not gonna support you, you're not gonna be mad at yourself, you're not gonna kick yourself, you're not gonna beat up yourself, you're not gonna beat yourself up and like, oh, because you're like, last time I did it for him because I wanted to do it, not because he wanted. I mean, of course he wanted, but at the end I did it because I wanted to, not because of him. Right? That's how simple you can be happy in life. Because if you are not happy in life, in work, at whatever business you are doing, just because of these small things that people they don't realize. It's so funny, so ridiculous that people they don't realize small stuff like that. And at the end, they're going to have like, I don't know, issues with their self. They're going to have issue with their friends. They're going to have issue with their business partners, with their employees, and so on. Or maybe there is a business decision that you don't want to do it, but someone, maybe it's a friend or investor or a partner or a co-founder or employee, whatever, business associate, they make you to do it. And at the end, you are like, fuck it. Okay, let's do it. And that thing is going to go wrong, is going to be a failure or whatever, losing money and stuff like that. And at the end, you will always blame them. So always try to do something that you want to do it, because at the end there is no one to blame. And if you blame yourself, fine, blame yourself, because it's gonna help you to be more stronger and to be smarter. So next time you don't do this kind of mistakes. Next time when it happens, you are like, hey, no, I remember last time when I did it, I beat myself up and I was blaming myself like for a week. Why did I do that? So of course I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like fuck it, no. Right? That's super important, guys. Next, I want to talk about patience. Patience is super important because in the startup journey, they're talking about, hey, be patient and, and think. But guys, don't get that wrong. Patience, yes, of course, patience is good. But in the making, when it's happening, not just doing nothing, staying outside, just watching things, and then yeah, I've heard to be patient, and no one said do nothing and be patient, and you're gonna become successful, and you're gonna, things are gonna go green for you. No, those that they talk about patience, they're talking about working their ass off 24/7, cutting the distractions, not going to parties, not going on a date, not, just work, 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 and being patient for the result. It's just like going to the gym. That's actually a perfect example of being patient, because people go to the gym for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever. They don't get the results that they are looking for, that they were expecting, and then they give up because they were not patient enough. That's how simple is that. So, but if they are patient, if they have the consistency, if they hit the gym, if they have their plan, if they have their program, consistency is super important, right? Good diet and all that. After some time, now maybe 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years, they're going to see, their muscles, six packs, and all that, because they were patient enough to wait enough while they were working their ass off and at the end they got the result. Don't get that word, don't get patience in a wrong way. That I shouldn't do anything. If I have an idea, I shouldn't execute. I shouldn't start doing because I need to be patient to see what's gonna happen with the world, with the politics, with the I don't know election, with this, with that, with the Russia, Ukraine, America, China, and da 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 da. And yes, I'm being patient. No, that's a fucking stupid, wrong ass move. You're not gonna get anywhere with that kind of mindset. When we talk about being calm, being patient, that means, hey, you work your ass off. It's a startup. It's gonna take you like 5 to 10 years or even more or less. And don't fall for the bullshit they're saying. Oh yeah, I don't know. In US is like around what 7 years to become a unicorn, and in China 5 years to become a unicorn. And then you're going to be like, oh, I'm already working on this shit for 10 years. I didn't become a unicorn, so oh fuck, I lost it. Let's give up and do something else or pivot. No, maybe for most of the startups to become unicorn is gonna work. I don't know. Maybe someone's becoming unicorn in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Maybe the rest like I don't know, 10, 15 years. You never know, right? But what is important, not giving up, working your ass off. And while you are working your ass off, you are being also patient enough for the result to come because you know it's gonna take time. And it's not the sprint, it's a fucking marathon. All right? So you are being patient, like it's a fucking marathon, like it's lots of kilometers to pass until to get to the end line. And guess what? This is an infinite game. There is no end line, right? This is not like a hey, like a game that like a soccer game or a basketball game. Okay, like soccer is 90 minutes and 15 minutes break in between. Okay, gone. Who won, who lost, or is a draw game. Startup journey is a marathon, guys, that never ends. Just keep going and going and going and going. Of course things are gonna go south, of course things are gonna go shitty, of course things not gonna work out, but that's what we are talking about, being patient, because you are working out, you are seeing all these failures, all these difficulties, all these up and downs and roller coaster stuff, but at the end you are patient enough that while you are working your ass off, you are patient enough for the end results and not giving up. So that's what I mean by being patient. All right. And it's really important. It's super important to work with the right people in your journey, in your startup, because at the end, guys, you want to have fun in what you're doing. You don't want to create your own hell for your ass. I have seen founders, I have seen CEOs that they have people in their team that they don't even want to see them. Like literally they hate their, I don't know, appearance or look, or I don't know, this guy is smelly, or his his breath stink or stuff like that. Yo, don't work with someone if you don't like them in any kind of way. Because every morning when you log into that Zoom call or Google Meet or Microsoft Team, whatever you're using, or if you have actual physical offices, going to your office, that's your game. That's your fucking Disneyland. All right? That's your happy place. That's a place that you need to love everyone and being happy by seeing everyone, not by um oh fuck this guy again. Oh shit, this girl again coming to my office. Yeah, well, what do you want? Yeah, okay, tell me. Or oh, this guy again, smelly. He's not using deodorants, or I don't know, like fuck, or smell stink. Or guys, it's super important. People they underestimate that. They just look at the talent. Oh yeah, this guy is good. He's good. He's good. He's one of the best developers in the world. He's one of the best, I don't know, backend developers in the world in Java, Go, Python, whatever you are coding, right? But if I'm not happy with this person, how can I continue working with him? At the end, it's a disaster. It's a failure. It's just like You meet the hottest chick of your life and you're like, that's it, I gotta marry this girl and blah blah blah. Or you go into a relation with that person. But actually, if you don't like the way that she's talking, the way that she's dancing, the way that she's wearing, the way that she's walking, whatever, the way that she's cooking, you name it, how can you be happy with that person? That's a fake relation. That's a super fake relation. Same at work, guys. If you are not happy with your co-founders, team members, investors, board of directors, employees, associates, partners, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life. You have created a hell for yourself and you call it my startup. Good luck with that. Because your startup should be your fucking happy place. That every day you want to go there. Every day you want to be there. 24/7 you want to be there. Just like a PlayStation for a kid. Oh, new GTA came out, boom. That's the happy place for that kid. He wouldn't change his PlayStation, not with even a fucking Ferrari. Right? Because he loves his PlayStation and the game and the missions is passing. So that's how startup you should be for you. Like you're a fucking kid, and my startup is my Disneyland. I'm going there to play, have fun. Is my game. Not going to get fucked or going through argues or challenges, especially with people that I don't like. Yo, would you go on a vacation with people that you don't like? Answer me that. Hmm? Maybe I have seen sometimes people they go on vacation with some of their friends that actually, it's not their favorites, but yeah, okay. So we went to that island, summer holiday, and then when you hear both sides, let's say now you go to your friend, let's say two of your friends that I mean, they're good, they're friends, but not that close, and they went to a party together, right? And now they come to you. One of them is like, "Oh yeah, this motherfucker, he got drunk. You have to see him, dude, bro. I mean, come on, I would never go out with him again. He's like so. I mean, he was just, you know, misbehaving in front of the girls." And then you talk to the other guy. It's like, "Oh my, oh yeah, oh this guy, he's so serious. I mean, come on, dude. We went to this party and we're drunk and everything is good. We wanna have fun." And then he's like, "Hey, we're drunk. Don't shout. Don't dance. Hey, no, what? Don't go to the girls. Oh no, you make me feel ridiculous. No, I mean." Now, at the end of the day, you are like, if you want to be the judge, you are like, hey, both of them, they didn't do something bad, but they just have different style of partying. One of them prefers, you know, to get drunk a little and just be classy, and that's it. And at the end, go to his house and whatever, sleep. The other one, he likes to get drunk and dance on the table and, kiss different girls or whatever and do something, get laid at the end of the night. So you can't tell Mr. A is right or Mr. B is right. Both of them, in their own world, they have a different lifestyle. But they were a really wrong match to go out together to a party. That's why I created all those kind of scenarios. So same at work. It's really important to work and to be matched with people that make you happy, that you love to see them, and to be in touch with them 24/7. Otherwise, guys, I'm so sorry for you. Life is too short. Get out of whatever you have built or exit or sell it or whatever if you don't like the environment, because you did a shitty job by creating a hell for yourself rather than a happy Disneyland so you can play your games in it, right? And lastly, I want to talk about um, planning your calendar. In the startup journey, it's super important, guys, to plan your calendar. It's I cannot stress that enough. Because if you don't do that, there are so many things coming on your way from here and there, for emails, Slack messages, comments on different tools like Jira, Atlassian, Asana, Salesforce, HubSpot, whatever you are using, right? Lawyers calling, accountant calling, business partner, friends, I don't know, different requests, data entry, support, sales, you name it. At some point, you are kind of like everywhere, but not actually doing the right thing that you have to do because you don't plan your calendar. And you might tell me, hey, I cannot plan my calendar because how about, I mean, my developers need me, my support needs me, my, I don't know, sales needs me. So I cannot tell them, hey, today I cannot talk with you just because I have planned my calendar. And tomorrow, 10 to 11 is my sales thing. So I'm going to get back to you. Planning calendar, I mean like back in the days when we used to go to school, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on, right? And then you are like, hey, Monday, like I don't know, maybe you are a guy, you start working 5 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever it is, right? Just let's say 9 a.m. So let's say you have your plan like, hey, 9 to 10, like I'm going to do QA, manual QA, so I can check the tasks of my developers and see if like we can close the sprint and if everything is in order. That's 9, let's say, to 11. 11 to 12, I'm going to be in touch with my support, check their tasks, see what they're doing. 12 to 12:30, I have a lunch break. 12:30, and so on. Just like back in the school, right? We had like, let's say, 9 to 10 mathematics, 10 to 11, like, I don't know, sport, and then physics, and then chemistry, history, geography, and so on, right? Grammar, whatever. So every day we knew what we are going to work on. If you don't do that, it's going to be like a jungle without a rule, without a law. So many things gonna come on your way. You're gonna answer to your employees, to your team members, Slack comments, whatever stuff like that. At the end, it's gonna get like 7, 8, 9 p.m. You're still working, but you're dead. Productivity goes to zero. And then you're like, oh, actually, I didn't do something today, rather than just replying to Slack messages and updating comments on the tools, reacting to the comments, and stuff like that. All right, from tomorrow. Tomorrow, when I wake up, I'm gonna work on this on our pitch deck. I'm gonna work on our financial deck, right? All right. Here is tomorrow again. Same shit gonna happen. You see your calendar, okay, you have some Zoom, Google call with some business partners, whatever investors you wanna pitch, you name it, here and there. And again, Slack coming like raining with messages, right? Emails here, there, bam, boom. And then again, day's gonna end, you are exhausted, tired, no energy in your body left, it's dark, it's night, it's cold, whatever. You are like, oh, now there is no mood, my brain is not even functioning to work on financial data and updating numbers and stuff like that. So tomorrow. And then like days are passing so fast, so quickly. You're gonna try, you're like, wow, it's Christmas. When did it happen? Oh, it's summer already. Oh, the year is ending, and I have a mountain of tasks as a founder and CEO that I didn't do it. But I help everyone else to finish their things. Now they're good. It's weekend. They're going, enjoying, sleeping, having fun. And now I gotta go back to my pitch deck finally after some time or weeks or months. So I have the time to update my pitch deck or work on it. So that's why planning your calendar is super important to, get the things organized. And um, everything to be in order. It's super important, guys. Just like school time, you gotta plan your calendar, see what you gotta do, what time to what time you gotta be involved with your developers, or you gotta check the comments on Jira, reply, manual QA tests, get reports from your sales, see what you're doing, or if you are doing the sales, right? Hey, Mondays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I'm outside of the office, I'm doing door-to-door sales. Tuesdays, from this time to that time, I gotta do I'm writing blog posts to boost our SEO, and then I gotta check on my support. So everything is in order. Everything is in your calendar as planned. So hey, my next week, just like school, hey, Tuesday at 12, I got history exam. Thursdays, I got, I don't know, French exam, right? So you know your plan from before. That's how you gotta do it also in your startup. You gotta know exactly your plan for the whole week and the next. Otherwise, if you don't, just because you think you are busy enough and that you can never have the chance to plan your calendar, or even if you plan your calendar, if you don't go by the plan, and let's say now it's like 9 a.m., 9 to 10, you gotta work on your pitch deck, and you don't turn off all the notifications coming in. So I don't know, your girlfriend is texting you, oh, let me reply. And then my friend called me and just send me something funny on Instagram, haha, let me reply and send something back. Or one of my support team members sent me something on Slack, he's blocking, I gotta reply immediately. So let me reply. At the end, you're like, oh, actually, the time passed and I didn't do what I had to do. Now, I don't know, I gotta do something else. Now it's lunch break. No, no, no. And again, day is over, it's dark outside. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm exhausted, I want to sleep, and I didn't do what I had to do. So it is super important to plan your calendar, just like when you were 7, 8, 9, 10 going to school, elementary school, so you know exactly what's going on this week and next week and so on, right? And lastly, guys, Google, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you are using, YouTube, they are your best friend, best teacher, best number one free employees, best whatever you want to call it. I cannot stress enough how much they can help you and how much you are missing to not getting advantage and leverage of these tools, these free, great, amazing tools. It's so funny when people ask me questions. It's so funny when I see people are just relying on one person's opinion, which is their teacher or I don't know, their dad or best friends or mentor or you name it, while they can go to these oceans of unlimited amount of informations and just select 4 or 5 of the best and see, hey, let me see what this guy talks about in Japan. Let me see what this guy talk about in New York, LA, Miami, London, Berlin, like different mentors, different like kind of great people building the same thing, right? And their failure, or I want to cook something, I want to build something, I want to design something, I want to design, I don't know, email campaign, or how to use MailChimp, or how to use HubSpot, or here, there. You don't need anybody, guys. For fuck's sake, we are living in 2025. Just fucking go to Google, ChatGPT, YouTube, search it, type it, whatever, find it, and there you go. You have it. You don't need anybody, and do not rely on one person's opinion. For God's sake. I mean, back in the days, it was like, oh, Google, I gotta search, but I gotta see, like, there are lots of fake articles, but like, okay, on the first page, the three, four, five things listed are the best. So I gotta go through those and read and see. Now you even got fucking Gemini and ChatGPT. You don't even need to search. You just fucking ask the question, right? You wanna learn something, YouTube it. See three, four different guys talking about the same thing. You wanna, I don't know, you feel down. You wanna listen to some motivational stuff. You have some marketing questions about SEO or email marketing or SMS marketing or whatever. You have some questions about development, technical development, finance, taxations, everything. Fucking YouTube. It is the best online free university out there. You don't even need to go to fucking Harvard or I don't know, MIT and shit like that. Whatever, I mean, you can see all the lectures of Harvard. For me, it was like time that I was watching so many like Harvard lectures and classes that at some point I felt like I'm a student at this school. Like literally, I knew some of the names of the students that they always used to ask questions. So if I see them, I'm like, I know everything about those guys. And I was attending all those online um, free classes on YouTube, not even paying any subscriptions or going through like, hey, right, I don't know, register somewhere in Harvard for online courses, summer camps, or whatever shit like that. On fucking YouTube, guys. It's for free. Just go there, watch, learn, and do and apply, and you're gonna become successful. Just sit from the peoples that they did it before you, and they were in more shittier situations than you. They came from third world countries. They didn't have no money. They didn't. They had to apply for visa and all the kind of shit. And now you're already, I don't know, in Europe or America. You already have a nice house. You already have your parents. Your mom is already cooking. So you are way more in advance than that mentor that you are following, because that mentor didn't have a mentor, didn't have money, didn't have a, I don't know, a US passport, didn't have I don't know, banks didn't give him shit, investors didn't give him shit. He was an immigrant and he had to find his way just to get where you are right now, so then he could thrive. And you are already like in, I don't know, let's say if you want to call it like 1 to 100, you are already in step number 24, let's say. So you are already way in advance. All you need to do to move your fucking lazy ass and start watching, learning, reading, and actually applying. Because if you just want to read, and learn, and at the end don't apply it, what's the point? It's what they say, no one becomes a tennis player by just watching tennis. No one becomes a football player by just watching football and read and go to seminars and hey, how to become a best coach, stuff like that, by actually doing it. So stop being lazy, stop having expectation, get up and fucking do it. I see you next time. Thank you for your time, guys. Bye bye.